What's up, guys? We are over at 283 Leonard Lane over in the Northglenn area, right off the 25. Beautiful home. I am so excited to show you this because this is a great house hack, a great residential property if you just want to move over to the Northglenn area. Great suburbia part of North Denver. Beautiful home, and the upstairs is operating as an Airbnb, and the downstairs, the owner's son is living down there with a brand new basement kitchen and a lock-off basement where you can live in a separate unit and not have to interact with any of the guests, any of the tenants, or anything like that. Super excited to show you this. Let's get right into it. Welcome to the Lucky Pockets. We have an Airbnb listing up at the top floor. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath up here on the main floor. It's beautifully decorated, honestly. And with all the couches and the furnishings already here, you don't have to worry about it if you were to move in and want to have this operate as a house hack. That's up to you. But then downstairs is a 1-bed, 1-bath, and both units are about 1,000 square feet. Upstairs, and just like the basement, it also has a washer dryer and full kitchen. It's beautifully laid out, stainless steel appliances, and even has nooks and crannies here to enjoy dinners, meals with the whole family. Or if you want to do the rent by the room strategy, you could do like $800 a month, maybe even $900 a month, to have each room rented out up on the main floor, which is, let's say if we were to get $900 a month, that's $2,700 a month for the main floor by itself, and you can live in the basement. Now, as you can see, my clients decked this place pretty well. It's been on the Airbnb space for, I think, about a year now, maybe 2 years now. So they have data for the previous Airbnb earnings, and it's made about $28,000 for the previous year while their son lived in the basement for a, less than market rent fee. So that's up to you if you want to keep it at a certain amount, certain rates, but I would expect for a 1-bed, 1-bath, with a brand new kitchen and things like that, even a walk-in basement, which I want to show you later on in this video, it's pretty attractive. I would anticipate maybe $1,500 to $1,600 a month if you want to rent out the basement as well. And keep in mind, they have been operating this Airbnb more as a long-term situation. So the average nightly stay is about 17 nights per client. So every guest that comes in, on average, they stay about 17 nights. So it's up to you if you want to have that more long-term situation, or if you want to have a little bit more management but more income, you can have that as, let's say, a 4-night stay being average, or 7-night stay, because sometimes you can provide like a weekly discount based on how long these guests stay. Honestly, I love what they did with the place. It's kind of cool seeing this place 2 years later. I helped my clients buy this place, and seeing it transform into something that is making them a pretty good amount of money, especially with their son living in the basement. Having this hardwood floors, the business operating upstairs, seeing all the signs for, like, say, stores nearby, bring your own bag to the grocery store. There's a lot of things that a lot of newcomers would find beneficial if they were to stay in the Denver area. Real quick, before we continue, if you're thinking about moving to the Denver area, I have a 100% free relocation guide. Here, this QR code is right here, will take you right to it. Like I said, it's 100% free. It takes you to the biggest employers, the hospitals nearby, and also some of my favorite food places, and it gives you a good introduction to the Denver area. Make sure you go check that out. Like I said, it's 100% free, and I want to make sure you're making the right decision in where you want to go and also how you want to go about it. So if anything, you can also hit me up. All my contact information is down below in the description. Yeah, like I said, all free, lots of good stuff right there. Make sure you go check it out. So like I mentioned, there have been some upgrades on this place since I last saw it a couple of years ago. So they actually installed new washer dryers and hookups over here in the kitchen of the main floor. And with that, the kitchen itself has looked nice this whole time. And honestly, I am impressed how they keep it up, keep it Airbnb friendly. There's a Keurig, toaster, air fryer, all that good stuff, and everything that millennials love. But the one thing that really attracted us to this place is this separate entrance right here. And for you parents out there that want to maintain your autonomy, your independence, this is the piece de la résistance right here, right? So you can square off and shut off your unit, everything that you've seen already, from the rest of the house. And the rest of the house, which is the basement, can be something that your siblings or your cousins or your sons, your daughters can stay downstairs, and maybe you can collect rent from them, and they're just merely downstairs, right? And they can have their own autonomy, they can have their own living situation while you live up here and you don't have to share a kitchen with your loved ones. So where do these basement dwellers enter the house and actually get into their own living situation? Well, I'm about to show you. So they go through this courtyard that I was just in, and from there we can see that there's this lock-off, part of the house where you just close this off and you now have your own private residence. And now I'm going to go downstairs into the basements. And usually with basements, I think of them, at least before I moved over to Colorado, I thought of them as like musky and cobwebby and things like that. But look at this place. Like, they did this up really well and decorated it nice. And I can't wait to show you guys the kitchen. Check this out. There are a good amount of houses that do have that lock-off basement, but the thing is they don't have a kitchen like this. I mean, like, how amazing is this? The quartz countertops, the soft closed drawers, which I'm a fan of, the floating shelves, the Keurig down here, the dishwasher, farmhouse sink, the stainless steel appliances, everything is set up. And I'm able to look how much room I have. I have about a 6-foot wingspan, and I have so much room for activities. Step Brothers reference right there. But they built this out, and I remember when they first bought this place that it was just a storage and utility room, and now look at it. It is a fully functioning unit, and people will not feel like a basement when they live down here. For you investors out there, this is a great living space, and if you were to have this on the market for, let's say, a long-term rental upstairs and a long-term downstairs, let's say you do the rent by the room strategy upstairs, let's say that's like $2,700 a month. Downstairs is about $1,500 a month, give or take. I mean, for everything, for all these amenities here and how it's styled and everything's just good to go, I would anticipate $1,500, maybe a little bit more than that. But $1,500 plus $2,700, you're looking at $4,200 a month. Of course, you got to factor in like any sort of variable expenses, capital expenses, things you want to set aside on the side, just in case anything goes wrong as far as vacancy goes or things break, right? So this is a pretty sweet setup. You even got an egress window back here, and this has so much natural light that, like I said, it just does not feel like a basement. Welcome to the primary bedroom in the basement. I guess the only bedroom in the basement. It's beautiful and there's so much room here. I mean, look at this. This is a queen bed. You got your own dresser here. You got a walk-in closet right behind me, and I'll show you that as well. But you got your own security. I mean, everything looks so nice here as far as like wanting to have that rentability for a home and having that separate entrance. Having everything built out, I think this is well worth the cost. I think the main thing about this house that really attracts me too is that a lot of people and a lot of families are looking at multi-generational housing, where you have this autonomy built in, you have washer dryers in both units. You are set up so that you have loved ones close by, even if it's not like your daughter or your son and their significant other. Maybe it's like your parents that want to have their own autonomy and you don't want to send them to like a nursing home. This is entirely possible, and it gives you that option to have that separation of the basement and the main floor. And of course, if you just want a good-looking property where the lawn is maintained and taken care of, you got a 2-car garage. I'll show you that in a second. Everything about this just screams welcoming and very approachable. Hey y'all, real quick, as much as I love making these videos, there's only one thing I love more, and it is making sure that you're moving to the right neighborhoods and you're making the correct move over to the Denver area. And I love helping out families. I've helped countless families move over to the Denver area, and I want to make sure that you're making the right move as well. So if you're ever curious and want to hit me up, all my contact information is down below in the description, just right there, maybe like a couple inches down. Make sure that you hit me up. You can set up a Zoom call with me. You can text me. You can even call me if you want to reach me. So looking forward to it. I want to make sure that you're making the right move. The thing I want to show you guys is the outside of the house. Right now we're in this sort of courtyard in between the main house right over to my left and also the garage. It's a 2-car garage, which Interestingly, it has a garage door on both sides of the garage. So over here is the main garage, and that's the front of the house. And on my other side is garage door. And it's an oversized 2-car garage. Everything looks pretty nice here. There is some storage here, which is, pretty normal for anyone trying to sell their home. Yeah, if you're worried about storage, this is definitely not a worry for this house. So you got storage, and let's move on over to the back where you got a good sized yard, especially if you have dogs. This is great. You got your own shed, and over here, I'm not sure if that was like a kennel or if you want your dog there, but it looks like over here as well on the opposite side, there is a runway, like a dog run, I guess you want to call it, for any sort of activities, maybe even cornhole set, anything like that. And you got a vinyl fence that's about 6 feet tall. I'm about 6 foot, and it is as tall as me. So it's a beautiful yard, beautiful situation. You got floodlights over on the garage as well. I don't know if you could see that, but if you're worried at all about not being able to see and you have to bring a flashlight, you don't have to. You got a floodlight right here. So that being said, this is a sweet place, if I do say so myself, for you house hackers out there, for anyone that wants to do intergenerational housing. Everything is set up and turnkey for you. If you want to have the furnishings stay, that way you don't have to buy whole new furniture. It's well decorated, at least in my opinion. Everything is set up. Or if you're an investor, everything is complete here for whatever strategy that you want to use for this property. So if you're curious about it, hit me up. All my contact information is down below in the description. I will gladly tell you more details about this home. So that being said, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.